Watch me ride.
Hi everybody, I don't know what I'm going to do in this video yet because it depends how today goes, but I just thought I'd show you a couple of things. First thing is I picked up some more diamond wheels, some better ones than the last one, so I hope these to be a bit better because I don't have the holes in them. But as it turns out, the diamond coating on these comes off. Can you see where the coatings come off? It comes off real fast, so you only get a couple of sharpens per side. And I was making lots of mistakes, so I ended up using it a few times. It's fine, I'm learning, I accept that. The other thing is this turned up to the PO box. Remember, as I've mentioned before, the PO box is safe. I know there was lots of confusions about it closing down and stuff, but we couldn't predict what happened and how it was saved and how amazing those people are. Anyway, let's just open this because I don't know what it is. Is there any documentation? Any notes? No. This is a square. Very handy for welding and all sorts of jobs. And as you may have noticed in previous videos, I mentioned I didn't have one. I don't know why I didn't. Well, I did have one a long time ago. I just never know what happened to it, but it wasn't nice as this one. So it's basically a metal rule with a groove in it, and you can loosen this off and slide it and gets you all your angles that you need. Whoever sent me this, I don't know who you are, please say in the comments. Thank you so much. What is that? What's that? Is that a pen? No, it's a point. Or is it a scorer? Oh, it might be a scorer. I don't know. Anyway, thank you. That's going to come in super handy. A very basic tool which I should have had and didn't, but now do. So thank you, whoever you are. Very kind. So I'm now going to try and just put something together. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for the wings yet. Can you tell what it is yet? God, that has different connotations these days, doesn't it? Head. These become the body, this becomes a little tail thing, these become legs, and then I've got to make some wings. Yeah, I'm making a dragonfly because I know about the scale and stuff, so it'll be interesting to see what I can do this way. So all of these are just normal steel fasteners, but they've got a galvanisation on them, I think, because they look very slightly blue. But whatever it is, I need to take it off, so I'm going to wire wheel all of these, and you'll notice the colour difference. In fact, well, let me clean one up and I'll show you the difference. Okay, some grinding later. I don't know if you can see the difference, but this one looks slightly duller and smoother and this one looks shinier. That's because that's still got the coating on it. I've basically just wire wheeled it, but it will take it all off and it will give me clean steel to weld to. Well, it'll give me steel. I still need to give this a wipe over or something to clean it right up. I want to get really good to clean little welds. So I'm going to now wire brush all of this. Okay, so I've wire wheeled all of these. I think in the future I'll get ones that are just straight steel, no coatings on them, but I can look into that if this works. But anyway, I've also taken off the writing off the end of that to give me a smoother fit. What I now need to do is, right, one of these goes on here, and then the second one, which has been shaved down by about 0.2 of a millimetre to give me just enough extra turn that it should, there you go, line up to. So I need to basically weld these together and weld this onto here. What I've done to make my life easier is I'm actually using the body of the dragonfly with a couple of washers to clamp these together to get them flat and in the right place, and then I just need to weld that seam on the back. Remember that this is about joining two nuts together that have just got to hold together as a sculpture. This is not about taking huge loads. Didn't go entirely well. I think I might need more amps. Also, I can't get this off here now because the heat's made it expand and it's tightened right up. Okay, this one should be easy. I just need to put a spot weld between each section. May not need filler. I'm going to have it on hand if I need it. Yep, nothing going on there. It needs some fill up. There we go. These are going to be on the underside, so they won't be seen. But for me, one of my biggest problems is work holding. Like, how the hell am I supposed to get this to sit in the right place? Work holding is a nightmare for me. Honestly, I need to work out some way of doing this better. But I've now got all the legs on, and basically these two are welded to the nut, and these are welded to the nut, and to these, and then these are welded. So basically I'm now going to wait for this to cool down because it's hot as hell. And then I'm going to fill in that gap a bit, and put a little bit of fill on this side, just to make sure these are properly stuck down, because I'm going to be wanting to bend. I screwed up. I should have bent them before. I thought I could bend them when they were in place, but I just didn't think about how strong these were going to be and how I wanted to put a bend in a specific place, and now I've got no way of doing that. So I'm going to put this in the vise and I'm going to try and bend them, and it probably won't work, but it's okay because what I'm going to do is just cut them off basically. That's why I bought 2 sets of legs and repeat, but I'm going to bend them first. Well, they're on there. Really well. Hang on, what if I... That's like halfway there. And I could just put a quick weld over those to close those gaps up. Then maybe cut the leg to bend it and then... Okay, so I've got the legs bent. I've got a theory as to how I'm going to do this, so I'm just going to try. I can't hold that, that will get way too hot. At least I have good patience for my own mistakes. Stupid mistakes as well. Okay, the next job is attached to the head, but that's going to have to wait for tomorrow for me, but it'll be in a few seconds for you. Okay, so it's the following day. I got so frustrated by getting to this point, but when I came back to it this morning and looked at it, I was like, you know, as a first attempt, it's actually alright. And I haven't got much left to do. Here's the head. This needs to go on here, but work holding is proving to be an absolute nightmare. I'd like to be able to make the first weld with fill, because I find that works a lot better. But I can't get 2 hands on it and hold it. Actually, that kind of works. You can see how it all moves around. It's work holding is a nightmare, especially when things don't sit flat. I've tried like this old method and all of these different things. You see, I've welded a little extra. Well, that's actually the first weld plate I've quickly tacked on here to give me something to lean it against. Nothing, it needs fill. Okay, so the problem I had there is there was a big gap at the bottom, so I've basically beaten it over and it's now flat, so I can now do a weld on the bottom, make sure that's very secure, and then just tidy up this top one, smooth out a little bit. I do find as I'm trying to learn skills, I do get frustrated. I get the frustration that a lot of people get. You know, you expect to be able to just do it. You're like, I know how to do this, but I knew, and I've been saying it along this whole time, this is all new to me. Although I know the theory, actually getting it to work is something else. What I need to do now, I really need to do, is sit down with someone who really knows about TIG welding, and thankfully I do know someone, and just basically say, look, what does that mean? What would this mean? Because when you know the questions to ask, it's a lot easier to learn than it is to learn the questions to ask, if you know what I mean. I'm actually going to up the amps, because this is 2 big things and they're just soaking all the heat up. just going to show you how hot this is. So that's the oils and the leather on my glove burning off. And it's going, and you can see how it's turning blue. I'm afraid that's all going to come off when I go over this with a wire wheel to sort of smooth everything out, but I might try and heat treat it a bit, because the bluing on this looks cool. But anyway, it now sits right. So now the problem is front legs, so I'm going to try and reuse some of these broken ones. Okay, what I've done is I've found 2 of the legs that were welded together from, ow, that's really hot still, from earlier. And I found they do actually fit in quite nicely. Yay, and he still sits right. He's almost done. Look, he's cute. He's cute. Okay, that's got to cool down now because it's hot. But I'm feeling quite relieved now that I've got everything together, and it kind of looks alright. It's kind of cute. But anyway, I might have to adjust one of these. Whatever. Wings. I can't use rod like I did on the giant dragonfly because it would, you know, the thickness. It was the same thickness that I have. So if you use the same thickness on this, it would have really fat wings. It wouldn't work. And I thought, well, I'll just use some thin sheets. So I got some thin steel. Yes, I'm aware this is galvanised, but I took the galvanising off of it before I tried using it. It's half a... For God's sake, stop it. It's half mil thick and it's too thin. I turned my welder right down to see if I could actually get this to weld, and it just blows holes through it. It can't go down low enough, which is fine. I can use that for clock faces, actually. Although I should do that with stainless steel, actually. I don't know why I didn't even thought about doing it with stainless steel before now, because I use stainless steel. Oh yes! Expensive. Onwards, wings. So I'm going to try and use... I'm going to be using this plate. It would be quite heavy gauge for a dragonfly wing. So I've printed out some patterns of wings, see if it's about the right size. They might be a bit big, but I think that'd be kind of cool. Actually, I've made a decision. Today is Sunday, tomorrow is Monday. There is a local sheet metal place that I can go down to and see if I can buy some offcuts, because I only need bits of it, you know, for things like this. That is offcut size. So rather than destroying this and using this plate up, which is handy to have, I'm going to wait till tomorrow. It's not going to change anything really. Apart from it takes longer for me. That's a smart decision. Do that. It's cooled down yet? The answer to that is no. That is not a cool down at all. Jesus. If you enjoyed this video and the other content on the channel, please consider following the links in the description to show your support.